Happy New Year's, everybody. Bear with me through this video. I'm still, deathly sick here. I'm the type of person that somebody can stub their toe next to me and I have pneumonia for like 3 weeks. With the MS, I have no immune system whatsoever. And the other night, I had to watch my grandbaby, and I ended up sleeping propped up with her on my chest, and she was coughing on my face. But the good thing of it is I literally think she gave everything to me because she's so much better now, and that's worth every cough or every moment of fever that I have or whatever. She's doing better. That's that's perfect in my book. But nonetheless, I'm still sick as fuck. But I'm making this video because I had a 23-year-old trans woman reach out to me in an email and was asking me about realistic New Year's resolutions for people in the community. And I won't go into detail on everything that she had told me in the email, because anybody that knows me knows I don't do that. But one part of it was that her 2023 New Year's resolution was to start hormones, and it didn't happen. Now, the good thing is that she actually found a place closer to home that she can go in March. And it's pretty much already, as long as her blood work and everything, is good for her to start, then she's pretty much already got the okay and everything to start. So that's great. It didn't happen in 2023, but it's looking like it's going to happen in 2024. And she's really excited about that. But the thing is, she had the money to start. The place that she was looking at, the closest place during the time, was 4.5, 5 hours away from her. And with her work schedule and everything, it made it really difficult to get there. And a lot of people, if you want something, you'll just make it happen. That's not always the case. Life always gets in the way for many of us. And at one point, she said in September, she actually made it to that place. But something had happened and they shut down right after lunch, and they didn't tell anybody about it. So she finally got her way there, had the money to get the prescription filled, pay for the visit, everything. But when she got there was nobody there. So numerous things had occurred for her over 2023 that prevented her from starting the hormones. And this is me wishing you the best of luck on your appointment that you have set up. I know you said that everything is in order. You've got the okay as long as your blood work is great. Good for you. I'm really pulling for you to make this happen for yourself. But with that said, there is a lot of people in the community that do make resolutions for hormones or surgeries, or to be able to come out, or to change up their clothing style for their gender expression, or the younger ones, trying to get on hormone blockers. And there's a lot that goes behind it. And a lot of people tend to use the New Year's to make these resolutions that oftentimes don't happen. And that's the sad part. But at the same time, a lot of people are making resolutions on buying a new car and then they can't, or going on a diet, but then, a couple months into it, they can't, or go into the gym 4 times a week, but then they have to get the second job and that prevents them and they only get to go 1 time a week. Things like this happen, and it's not you being a failure. It's not you putting less effort into making your goals happen. It would be great to live in a world where all of our resolutions come true and, they just happen without any hitches or, anything preventing them. But for anybody realistically speaking, we all know that that doesn't happen. Life is always giving us that curveball. So, as we enter into 2024, it is a time for reflection and setting intentions for all the months ahead. In a world where the fight for equality and acceptance continues, one crucial area that that demands our attention is the rights and the well-being of the LGBTQIA plus community. Each of us holds the power to contribute to making this a more inclusive society. New Year's resolutions often focus on personal growth and, of course, our improvement, but they can also be a powerful tool for social change. This community is diverse in its nature and faces unique challenges ranging from discrimination and social stigma to legal barriers and health disparities. In 2023, Republican state legislature passed dozens of laws that attack our rights, many of them aimed at trans people in an attempt to erase us. We can and should demand better for 2024. We can create a ripple effect of positivity and change by actively promoting equality and understanding, whether through educating ourselves, advocating for inclusive policies, or simply being an ally. Every action counts. Embracing such resolutions not only benefit the LGBTQIA plus community, but also enriches everyone's lives, fostering a culture of empathy, respect, and unity. So for 2024, I'm not making any personal resolutions. I have my goals and stuff that I'm always making, I'm always adding on to. Sometimes they switch up a little bit and something doesn't happen, but something else happens in its place. And then I sat back and wonder, why didn't I make that as my goal? Because that was easy to accomplish. But there are many different things that we can do for New Year's resolutions that won't personally let us down, won't make us feel like a failure. And one of them is to simply educate yourself. Commit to learning more about the LGBTQIA plus history and issues. If you're part of the community, it's always a good thing to know how we got to where we are, those that sacrificed to make our way of living a lot easier than it was back when they were fighting for the rights. But educating ourselves on the history and the issues lets us know where we need to go from here. So that is a great New Year's resolution because it's something that can continue throughout the whole year and you can do it on your own time. You can pick up a book or research something online as you're just sitting around or while you're waiting on your meal to cook. Very simple to always be learning something new. And that's something that won't let you down. Number two is support LGBTQIA plus businesses. Make an effort to buy from places owned by somebody in the community. There's a lot of places online that you can buy things, or if you have channels, or if you're a journalist or whatever, you can interview them and help them spread the awareness of their business and what they stand for and what they hope to achieve within the community. Number three is advocate for inclusive policies. Work towards implementing inclusive policies in your workplace, your school, your neighborhood, and your state. And if you're in for it, you can go nationally or worldwide. Number four is attend Pride events. Show your support by participating in Pride events and parades. Every member of the community has a place at Pride. Pride is about the diversity, it's about showing through the struggles that we have had. It's about honoring those who came before us and loving those who come up after us. And every Pride event always accepts the allies. There's booths that are set up by allies showing their support, like mom hugs, dad hugs, sibling hugs. There's so much that goes on at Pride that everybody can find their place there. Number five, volunteer for LGBTQIA plus organizations. You can offer your time to local organizations, charities, and different groups, and a lot of it you can even do online. Like you can be a volunteer counselor at the Trevor Project, or go to Trans Santa on Instagram, and you can purchase gifts for the community youth. And that page, even though they have like their deadline on the applications and stuff, and then eventually they do post the last one for the season, but all year long you can go to that page and purchase a gift for a trans youth or other member of the community. And that way all year long you can show a child that they're accepted and that they're loved. There's a lot of different things that you can do. Number six is challenge transphobia and homophobia. Speak out against discrimination and hate speech. Turn that hate speech into love speech. Don't stay silent when you hear something or you see something. Number seven, support LGBTQIA plus artists and creators. You can promote and support the work that they do. If you have a social media page, you can share their work. You can, print flyers that will help with an upcoming event. If you have a local artist or something in your area and they're doing, a show, or they might be doing fundraisers for like paint and art supplies and stuff so that they can continue. Anything like that helps. And number eight is support the LGBTQIA youth. Mentor or support programs that assist LGBTQ youth are something that is very, very, very important, especially in this day and time with all these laws and stuff that have been passed that's trying to erase us. Being part of something that assists the youth builds the future. Number nine, donate to LGBTQIA plus causes. financially supporting organizations that are fighting for the LGBTQ rights, they always need assistance. They're the ones that's out on the ground doing everything that they can to ensure that we are safe, that we are seen and heard, and they help us to not be erased. And number 10, educate others. Share your knowledge about LGBTQIA plus issues with friends and family. Anyone that wants to listen, anyone that wants to learn, don't shy away from a moment that you can talk about your experiences or the knowledge that you've gained through self experience or the experience of loved ones around you. Number 11, promote gender neutral language. Use inclusive language in your daily life. This goes a long way. In fact, this is one of the most important things that anyone can do, along with number 12, that is respect pronouns. Always use the correct pronouns for everyone that you meet. There's so many pronouns now, and they're all there for a reason, because the people that use them deserve to be seen and heard and acknowledged for their true self. It's just like with me. My pronouns are he, they, and they. I don't force my pronouns upon anybody. I present as male. I'm also non binary. I do not fall into the binary of any gender whatsoever. So the fact that I have, the he, him, his, they, them, their, and they, them, theirs pronouns, that's basically so that those around me can get it right. I answer to anything. And with that, I've had a lot of questions on why do you have so many pronouns? Why can't you just be a he and him? Well, because I'm not just a he, him. I'm many different things. And if you call me he instead of they or they, I'm perfectly fine with that. But every pronoun has a valid meaning behind it because the person that uses them are valid. And just because somebody doesn't understand, it doesn't mean that they're wrong or that the person that is requesting the pronouns is wrong. It's all about love. It's all about acceptance. And that was just one of my mild rants about pronouns. Those of you that know me, I don't normally stop there. But number 13, participate in advocacy campaigns. Join campaigns fighting for LGBTQIA rights. There are so many campaigns out there. There's a lot of campaigns that are trying to erase us, and there are a lot of campaigns out there that is fighting for us. By joining in the campaigns and showing your love for humanity, it shows everybody in the community that you do support us, that you accept us as we are. And that goes a long way. And number 14, create safe spaces. Ensure that your environment is welcoming to all LGBTQIA plus individuals. If you have a store, having an all gender bathroom is a great way to show this. And there's a difference between an all gender bathroom and family bathrooms. family bathrooms are great for those of us in the community that starting out in our transitions and stuff, like we don't know where to go pee at. Like we pass as male, but the ID says female, or we pass as female, but the ID says male. And it's a very complicated thing when literally all we want to do is go pee. Having a family bathroom allows anybody and everybody to go in there. You take your kids in there, you go in there and change diapers and stuff. That's great. We should have those bathrooms. But having a bathroom that is designated to all genders, that shows us that we have a place. It shows us that we have a place, that we are wanted, and that somebody understands that we just got to go pee. Bathrooms are a big issue with a lot of the bills and the laws and stuff that are being passed. So if you have a store or a place, if you're at work and you can hang a sign that says all genders welcome, anything like that, that helps with creating a safe space. There's many other ways, and actually I'll probably end up doing a video later on about creating safe spaces and just the little things that make a huge difference for somebody that's in the community. Number 15, support mental health initiatives. Advocate for and support mental health services for the LGBTQIA plus community. 16. Engage in political advocacy. Contact your representative to support LGBTQIA plus friendly legislation. If you're part of the community, you can reach out and request that they take a look at different aspects of life in general and what they can do to help make life for all of us easier. And when a door is opened for mental health for like the LGBTQIA plus community, it also opens many doors to the racial divide that goes on a lot, the disparities, like I don't have the exact data with me currently right now, but it's like 75% of African American men are less able to seek mental health than a lot of other groups. I'm not going to get into the whole racial thing, but there's a lot of different disparities going on within seeking mental health related care. So when one door opens to one group, there's always a back door for other groups. So if you're advocating for one group to get mental health care, then you have a chance to advance that and help other minority groups get help. 16. Engage in political advocacy. You can reach out to the White House. You can reach out to other states. You can let places like Texas and Florida know that we see them. We see what they're doing. You can reach out to different lawmakers. You can reach out to mayors of different towns, city halls. There's really a lot that you can do when it comes to making a difference politically for the community. And the next one is support trans rights. Specifically, advocate for the rights and needs of the trans community because trans rights are human rights. You can participate in research and surveys. Help gather the data to support LGBTQIA plus causes. You can celebrate all identities. Recognize and celebrate the diversity within the LGBTQIA plus community. Number 20, you can join LGBTQ plus groups and networks. Become an active member of those networks in person or online. 21, share LGBTQ plus media and literature. Promote books, movies, and shows that accurately represent LGBTQIA plus experiences. 22. Be a visible ally. Wear symbols or messages that show your support for the community. 23. Encourage inclusive healthcare. Advocate for healthcare policies and practices that are inclusive and sensitive to the needs of the LGBTQIA plus community, ensuring access to quality healthcare for everyone, regardless of their gender identity or sexual orientation. And 24, the last one on this list since we're now into the year 2024, support inclusive education. Advocate for the LGBTQIA plus inclusive curricula in schools. And that also leads into the book bans and stuff like that. Like, I have a list for all the books that are banned in the state of Oklahoma at public schools. And I'm making sure that my children have access to every one of those books, either online or a regular copy of the book. This goes into sex education as well. We don't know what our children are going to be when they grow up. We don't know if they're going to be doctors or lawyers or nurses or a cashier or a stalker. But we also don't know if they need to know safety precautions for a gay relationship or a lesbian relationship. We don't know if they need to know how to take care of their bodies if they are transgender. Yes, we see early signs, we know our children. But just in general, we should be able to teach our children and support the inclusive education for all. So, with that said, you're making your New Year's resolutions. And hopefully, every single one of them comes true. You're not alone. You have a community here that supports you and loves you just for being who you are. Don't be too hard on yourself if something gets in the way and prevents those resolutions from happening. But I just gave you 24 ways that you can make a New Year's resolution that benefits you and benefits those around you, and things that are simple enough to do that you won't feel like you have failed if one of your resolutions don't come true. I really hope that 2024 has a lot more to offer us as a community. Maybe we can reverse some of those laws and stuff that went into effect in 2023 that discriminate against us, that tear us down, that take away from who we are as humans. But in the meantime, it's just important to stick together as a community, as humans, as civilized humans, and show love to ourselves and to those around us. So, with that said, Happy New Year's, everybody. I wish you the best in the following months.